This is Bruce Friedman of Adult Site Broker, and welcome to Adult Site Broker Talk, where every week we interview one of the movers and shakers of the adult industry, and we discuss what's going on in our business. Plus, we give you a tip on buying and selling websites. This week, we'll be talking to adult star Kira Queen. Adult Site Broker is proud to announce ASB Cash, the first affiliate program for an adult website brokerage. With ASB Cash, you'll have the chance to earn as much as 20% of our broker commission referring sellers and buyers to us at Adult Site Broker. Check our website at asbcash.com for more details. First of all, today let's cover some of the news going on in our industry. The preliminary hearing in the Los Angeles criminal case against Ron Jeremy has been postponed once again until March 30th. Judge Jose Sandoval presided over Monday's hearing at the Clara Shortridge Foltz Criminal Justice Center. Jeremy's attorney, Stuart Goldfarb, continued arguing that he could not conduct a proper defense without more information about the identity of the victims and witnesses. Judge Sandoval ruled against Goldfarb's motion, stating that for the moment, I believe you have the information you're entitled to. Sexual assault cases have special discovery rules designed to protect the safety of the victims, and the defense is requesting these special rules to be relaxed to identify the individuals behind the assault allegations in order to answer them. Jeremy, wearing a brown prison suit, was marched into the courtroom around 10:30 a.m. His signature black dyed hair is now almost completely faded out, and he sported a massive white beard visible under a white cloth face mask. The pretrial hearing in the Mercedes Carrera criminal case concerning multiple child sexual abuse charges against her and her husband, which was supposed to happen last week at the Rancho Cucamonga Courthouse in San Bernardino County, California, has been postponed once again, this time until February 5th. The new court date officially pushes the proceedings to 2 years without a trial. Carrera and her husband, Jason Whitney, were arrested after a police raid of their home on February 1st, 2019. Carrera and Whitney have been in county jail without trial since then, first without bail, and later after they had liquidated their assets and had no source of income due to their incarceration, with bail set at $2 million for each. The pretrial hearing, the crucial date that would determine the jury selection process, and the date of the beginning of the actual trial has already been postponed numerous times, most recently last month. The hearing took place with the second district attorney on the case, Laura Fragoso, and public defender Lee Sonnenberg standing in for Carrera's court-appointed lawyer Joshua Castro. Castro, according to Carrera, is at home following either a COVID-19 positive test or a possible exposure. Angela White and Drew Sebastian sit atop AEBN's ranking of the top 100 stars for 2020 based on per scene and movie sales. White joins Dee Williams, Gabby Carter, Adriana Chichnik, India Summer, Abella Danger, Julia Ann, Emily Willis, Reagan Fox, and Sherry DeVille as the top 10 performers in AEBN straight theaters for the past year. Joining Sebastian in the top 10 AEBN ranking of best-selling gay performers are Boomer Banks, Cade Maddox, Devin Franco, Rocco Steele, Phoenix Fellington, Max Connor, Jack Dixon, Armand Rizzo, and Brian Bonds. Ella Hollywood has landed atop AEBN's rankings of the top-selling transgender performers. The starlet is followed in the top 10 ranking by Daisy Taylor, Aubrey Kate, Natalie Mars, Chloe Kay, Casey Kisses, Lena Moon, Cora Del Rio, Luna Love, and Marissa Minks. In sad news, director, playwright, journalist, historian, and author Jerry Douglas has died in New York City. He was 84. Douglas's acclaimed career as a filmmaker stretched back to the early 70s with The Back Row and score for which he wrote the script. Both films starred legendary icon Casey Donovan. After just 2 films in the 1970s, Douglas switched careers and spent several decades as a journalist and author, notably as the editor-in-chief of Man Shots, which famously published long, thoughtful interviews with gay adult filmmakers and performers and served as a scholarly chronicle of the industry. Several collections of Douglas's classic Man Shots interviews have recently been published in book form. In the 80s, Douglas returned to filmmaking for All Worlds Video and for the next 2 decades embarked on an influential awards-laden stretch. Such titles as More of a Man, Fratrimony, Kiss Off, and Honorable Discharge were known for lyrical plotlines and Douglas's ability to coax emotional performances from his leading men. Douglas won numerous adult industry awards for his writing and directing, his later films for Colt Studios, including Buckle Roos 1 and 2, and what would be his final film, 2007's Brotherhood, were great examples of the golden age area of adult filmmaking. Now let's feature our property of the week that's for sale at Adult Site Broker. Actually, our property of the week this week is a reminder. We have numerous private listings available in addition to what you see on our website and in our newsletters. We have pay sites, tube sites, and other types of sites available. In these cases, the owner of the site is usually expressing the utmost care to make sure that the identity of his or her site or company does not get out into the public domain. These are also generally larger listings with big revenues. If you're interested in finding out more about our private listings, please complete our buyer's NDA on our website to see if you qualify. Now time for this week's interview. My guest today on Adult Site Broker Talk is adult performer Kira Queen. Kira, thanks for being with us today on Adult Site Broker Talk.
Thank you for having me. Hello, everyone.
It's a pleasure. Now, Kira Queen is an adult film actress originally from Dagestan, Russia, and has been in the industry for 9 years. She's a raven-haired beauty with blue eyes and stands 5'8" and is a buxom 34 double D 2638. Ouch. Okay, she entered the industry as one of the first models to come to Europe and shoot from Russia. Kira's native state of Dagestan is unfortunately a war-torn area of southern Russia that's predominantly Muslim, so she had a very conservative and strict upbringing. As a result of her being raised Muslim, she has experienced much prosecution and problems to the point that prominent sports athletes have even called for her to be killed. Oh my God. She was attacked in the streets by a Muslim extremist and is now a political refugee living in Europe. She's appeared in over 500 scenes and worked for many large global companies. In addition, she's been nominated for many adult industry awards, including AVN and XBiz. She shoots her own content for her company, Kira Queen Productions, and enjoys shooting a variety of content in such niches as foot fetish, interracial, and obviously big boobs. So, well, 34 double D, you better be doing big boobs. So, what was it like growing up in Dagestan?
Well, Dagestan, it's such a beautiful place, to be honest. It's all about the nature and culture and the history, because it's the most oldest town in Europe. It's based there. So, there is a lot of negative things, and it's all about the human and people and their behavior. So, it was a challenge to grow up there being a woman. I can say that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Because Muslim culture really doesn't give women much in the way of consideration, does it?
No, it doesn't. It's like you have no choice. You can't have opinion, and everything it's all about a man, and you have to worship a man. And since you're a child and growing up, and every day it will be telling to you like, oh, everything you have to do is for men. And so, no feminism.
Yeah, having been raised by a single mom,
After my dad left when I was really young. I kind of had a little bit of a different experience, so I certainly feel for you. What did you do for work before the porn industry?
Well, I was working in a casino,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, I was working in casino. I had different works. I was working in a shop. I was working in the beauty industry. I was a little bit modeling and so on. But the main was casino. I was working in casino in Russia. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, it was a cool experience. I enjoyed it a lot. But when my cousins from Dagestan figures out I'm working in casino, I was in trouble, obviously,
Mm.
because I was wearing the high heels and skirts, really short skirts, and
Hmm.
they didn't like it. So I was in trouble.
Is
Oh,
that
well,
is that when you got the death threats?
no, it happened when I joined the porn industry. But
Ah.
at that time, I just have to. I was living in St. Petersburg and studying in Economy University of
Hmm.
St. Petersburg. So and working in casino.
Mm.
So when they figured out I'm working in casinos, they came. They bring me back home to Dagestan, which is I don't know far away, three
Mm.
days by car
Jeez.
from St. Petersburg. So yeah, and I have to change my job, and I was feeling not good.
Now, when
I
you
was
say they, are you
like,
talking about your family?
cousins, yeah,
That's
yeah.
terrible.
Well, you have to understand your family. It's like it's about 100 people almost in
Oof.
Dagestan because we have
Oh.
a huge families, like 6 kids, 4 kids.
Hmm.
It's never limit, and you have a lot bunch of cousins and step cousins and whatever cousins there is,
Jeez.
and all of them want to control you,
Sure.
especially if you're a woman, if you're a girl, and especially if you have no father as me. I didn't have them.
Mm. Hmm.
So yeah, it's kind of a fun to to remember all the stories.
Jeez.
um yeah, it was cool, but casino, it's like you every one of us have a step in a life when you change from the childhood, you get an adult like life. I mean,
Hmm.
from the things outside coming, and you understand, this is a life. The people can be
Exactly.
mean to you. The people, you can struggle in life. You can have a problems, and there is no any papa or mama who can help you. And you know that was a very good life school, I can say, working in casino for me. I
Yeah.
grew up a lot.
What did you? What was your? What was your role in the casino? What did you do there?
I was changing the cash
Ah.
to coins,
Mm-hmm.
and I was sometime working on a table.
Mm-hmm.
And I, at the end of my career in casino, I was working as a head manager of that casino.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I
Now.
was controlling everything there.
Yeah. Now, what got you? Why did you want to go into the adult industry?
I'm going to open for you a secret now, okay?
Sure.
when I was growing, when I was in Dagestan, 15 years old, was my cousin. We was
Mm-hmm.
watching TV at late night,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden, this porn came out there, like you know, in the middle of normal movie, and I saw it for the first time of my life, and like it wasn't long, 2 3 minutes, I don't know, but I get so attracted from that, and
Hmm.
I love it. What's going on there? And I'm like, oh my god, I want to be inside of that movie. I want to know how it's happening. I want to be part of that. So, but remember, I'm still Muslim. I'm still there, and it's forbidden even to date with a man, not to have sex with a man. So,
Hmm.
yeah, growing up, you know, the universe came to you with some ideas, with some people, and growing up, moving to St. Petersburg, and I met a lot of people who anyhow working in the porn industry, like other makeup artists, other photographer or
Hmm.
actors, or and they was talking about like, oh, we're going to shoot, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and I'm
Hmm.
still good girl, and I'm still like a very shy person, and I'm like, no, 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 okay, okay, universe, you're giving me this job, but no, let's quit it. So let's take it far away. So when I was 24 years old, my agent, um, I mean, from the normal modeling
Hmm.
job, she came out like saying, "Hey, listen, there is a porn producer coming to the city, and he saw your pictures, and he wanted to shoot you so much. You don't have to do a sex for the camera, but you can go there and give an interview and leave and have some cash in your pocket, right?"
Hmm.
So I'm like, interesting. So now it's coming again. Now it's here again. Why not to try? Yeah, and I give it a try.
Hmm. Sounds like it was meant to be. So, so what have some of your biggest challenges in this business been as as one of the only Muslim performers?
Oh, it's a huge challenge. When
Hmm.
I did, back to that story, when I did my first interview and first shooting in St. Petersburg for this French production,
Hmm.
uh, approximately 1 week the scene was released. All my schoolmates, I don't know, neighbors from Dagestan, they start to, text me bad messages on social media. And
Hmm.
so, I quit. I didn't done any scene for 2 years because I was ashamed. I was put it down. I was depressed because of community. They didn't accept it, and they didn't like it, and they didn't want to kill me,
Hmm.
and they was sort of
Yeah.
chasing me, and it was a nightmare. It was, I
Hmm.
I had to. It was a one more good life school, I can say,
Hmm.
because I can go through this and get stronger,
Sure.
and not just to be stronger, but say say to the people, this is my life, this is my choice, and I'm doing what I like to do, and
Hmm.
you please stay away. I have to say that. I have to find those stronger inside of myself to do it, to
Hmm.
continue what I like to do, to continue what I really wanted to do.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was hard at that time. So after 2 years, when I was 26 years old, I joined the industry again. I moved to Europe. I started shooting in Europe, and a few years ago, the people, the more like when I was a kid, it wasn't that bad. I mean, Islamic and religious there back in Dagestan.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now it's like every year it's more and more and deeper, and people are going crazy somehow because,
Hmm.
like, really aggressively Muslim. I mean, and a few years ago, they started to chase me again. They start to follow me again, and even got attacked on the street with a man here already in Europe with a knife. My car in Russia was so, but they put it in fire. They found my house, apartment. So I have to ask asylum because of that here in Europe, because police in Russia didn't care. The answer was, well, what do you expect? You're a porn star. I'm like, okay, thank you so much. I will go somewhere.
Nice to hear it, huh?
Yes. Like, nice to hear it. And so, yeah, and even here in Europe, I didn't feel so much safe because they was continue to following me. And one man, he asked for a gun and permission from my parents to kill me, and gun from Ramzan Kadyrov. He's the president of Chechenian Republic, also one of the Muslim republic in Russia, which is nearby to Dagestan. So he asked a gun to kill me, and I have to go to police and to start the case and procedure. And luckily, he's now in jail for 5 years because here in Europe they take it serious. It's my life, and they want to protect my life, no matter what I'm doing, no matter if I'm a porn star or whatever. Yeah, but in Russia, it's a difference. So I have to move. I have to move my hometown. I have to move my house. I have to leave everything absolutely there, and it's one of the challenge to be a Muslim porn star.
Wow. Now, what advice would you give to other Russians who want to enter the porn industry?
First of all, you have to learn English better than I do.
Oh, you're fine.
No, you. The funny story. The beginning of my career, when I moved already to Europe, I still didn't speak well in English, and the production, I go to Ibiza, and it was a huge production, very big production, and everyone speaks in English. They like all from Europe or America, and me not. And I'm quiet sitting there, like I don't know even what to say. All I can say is like, "Hi, how are you? My name is." That's it. Oh, maximum. It's like, this is a table, this is a cat. Okay. So yes, and like we there shooting. It was a shooting with Anissa Kate, beautiful French girl, and so she having anal scene. Okay. And I see she's struggling, she feeling pain. And instead of me continue, because there is a camera rolling, I'm like, oh, baby, in Russian. О, детка, тебе больно, да? Может, давай остановим? Может, давай что-нибудь принесу? I'm like, to translate to you, I'm like, oh, baby, are you feeling pain? Oh, maybe we should stop. Maybe I should bring something for you. And I'm like touching her shoulder, careful. She don't give attention to me because I'm speaking Russian, and I see her pain. But the cameraman, he was like whispering to me. I don't understand what he's saying. And like it was funny for the one hand, but the other hand, it wasn't funny for production and for girl, because she had to stop. And also because of the misunderstanding between actor and me, or between production and me, it was so many funny stories. And so first advice will be learn English. Second advice, use all your social media as you can, because I was giving attention for my social media at the beginning of my career. Second, be strong. Be
Yeah.
ready to community will not accept your job. Your friends, your family will not accept your job.
Yeah.
And be strong. Be strong. This is my
Mm-hmm.
advice.
Vladimir either. He probably won't accept it either. Now, what have what have been some of your favorite scenes so far that you've done?
There is so many. Let me think.
I know you've done a lot.
I have done a lot. I have done so many scenes. It's like almost 500 scenes I have done just for myself, for my production.
Yeah.
But I don't want to talk about my production. I want to talk about, oh, I know, Scarlett Rival. She's from England.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, it's a woman point of view to the porn, if I can say so,
Mm-hmm.
if it's
Mm-hmm.
understandable. Yeah, so it is absolutely amazing, beautiful, stunning. It's not just a rough sex, hardcore, or some dirtiness. No,
Right.
it is with the costumes, with the story, and there is a storyline, and it's not just a 30 minutes of sex. It is a
Mm-hmm.
whole movie. We shoot it 24 hours sometimes.
Jeez.
It is hard to shoot. I will be honest. It is super hard to shoot, but at the end, it is so beautiful as a cinematic. As
Yeah.
something you can nominate it to an Oscar.
That's good. I think there's more people doing things that are artistic now, and that's really
Yeah.
good for our industry because it's only going to bring it up. Well, what do you like to do for fun when we don't have a plague?
Well, I love to travel. I'm addicted from traveling, learning new things, learning new cultures, new history, people. I don't know, and I love to read literature books. I mean, especially the Russian old one. Is it Dostoevsky, Gogol, or
Hmm.
something like that? Yeah, I love to play with my dog Bella. I love to
Nice.
walk around the city.
Mhm.
I love eating. I love cooking. Yeah.
I know you love eating because I see Porno Dan's Facebook page, and you guys are dining out someplace nice every single day. So I mean, it's just like I'm jealous.
Well, yeah. At the moment, everything closed here. We're in curfew. Curfew, is it correct word?
Yeah.
Lockdown.
Yeah.
We're locked down. Absolutely. And
Oh, so are the
we
restaurants now closed?
closed. Everything closed.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you
I haven't seen any pictures lately. I know. Dan said his gym was closed. So that
restaurants
sucks.
are closed. We are not allowed to be outside from 8 p.m. till the morning,
Wow.
and from morning till the noon, we're not allowed to go for shopping because only the oldest people can go.
Right.
And,
Right.
and like, we're feeling miserable. Absolutely. Well, I can say me and my friends. I'm sharing apartment with best of my friend. One of my best friends. Sorry.
Mhm.
So we decide to open a restaurant here in our dining room. It's gonna call Kira Queen Candy Alex restaurant, and invite our friends. We did already. So tomorrow, people coming up. We
Nice.
cooking sushi.
Oh, well, sounds
Check
good.
our Facebook tomorrow.
Hey, I know I'll see it. I know I'll see it. So, what have you done to stay entertained during the quarantines?
Editing movies, shooting content. Um, some yeah. Most of the time, staying home or walking around the city with the den.
Mhm.
Some trying to not get depressed. Because you are lucky. You're so lucky. You don't. You can't imagine how lucky you are, even
I'm
if
in the
there
right.
is a
I'm
quarantine.
definitely in the right place because Thailand's done a great job on it. Yeah.
Yes, yes, you have a son. At
Mhm.
least you have a sun, you have a good weather, and even if you can't go outside, but you can stay at the garden and
Yep.
enjoy your day. Here, it's -3 outside.
Oh. Oh God. That doesn't sound fun.
It's not, absolutely not.
Ugh, I hate cold. I don't do
I
cold. I
hate it.
just I just don't do cold. I refuse. I don't have to anymore, so I don't. So who are, and this will be somewhat of a leading question since we already mentioned him,
Yes.
and if you don't mention him, then you're probably going to be in trouble. Who are some of your favorite performers to work with?
Oh, this is tricky question. This okay. Let me honest. Let me to be honest. The question was created, but by then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, uh, favorite. Well, back at the time, Marcus Dupree was here in Europe when he began his career, and we was doing amazing job together. I loved that.
Mm-hmm.
So now we don't have Americans coming here to Europe to shoot
Mm-hmm.
suddenly. But still, we have a good performers here, such as girls I can mention. It's Candy Alexa, it's
Mm-hmm.
Sybil Arch, Ina Inaki, I don't know, Anissa Cates.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, there is so many. I love to work in men's. There is a Vincent, there is Daryl Deep, there is Max Dior, there is so many. I don't want to. Now I will say some names and will forget some others. They will get angry at me. I love to work with Rocco Siffredi. I have done shooting with him
Mm-hmm.
last year, and 7 years I was refusing to work with him because I was afraid.
Oh,
It's not
jeez.
my style. Yes, I'm more, like glamoury, like more about the beauty. But his style is a little bit rough and not aggressive, but intensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I was afraid to work with because I heard so many rumors, and I'm like refusing all the time. Yes, Rocco, I will work with you. I did work for your production, but not with you. I will maybe one day. So 7 years, I'm like promising. And he's like, okay, Kira, it's no longer to wait. 7 years, you are in the industry. Let's do it. I love that scene. You, it was dirty, his style. I mean, good dirty. It was super intensive. I feel next 2 days I feel like I'm dying. I couldn't wake up from my bed. I couldn't move. It was totally like
That's funny.
destroyed. Yes,
I've heard that. Yes.
and but the scene, it was so emotional, so cool, and we so much expression. I was
Okay, I got to see it. I got to see it.
I I love that. Yes.
Nice.
Sometimes even the queens have to do such a dirty stuff.
Indeed. Indeed. So, obviously, I'm sure COVID affects it somewhat, but what are your plans for the next year?
Travel, travel, travel all the time. Must travel and shoot content for my fans.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That will
Okay.
be amazing if I still could do that.
Okay. And I assume you're single?
Yes, I
Okay.
am. I love my freedom.
Do you have any children?
No,
Do you want children?
I love my freedom.
I think that's a no. I think that's a no. Now, so what can fans expect to see when they join your OnlyFans page?
Well, they can see more than 200 videos on there.
Hmm.
They can chat with me. They can ask for custom videos or my warm clothes or panties.
Hmm.
They can ask custom pictures, custom videos. They can have dirty talk and many, many, many different things.
Everybody loves dirty talk.
Oh, yeah. Even girls love that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, any particular type of content you're putting on there?
Well, I put everything what I should.
Hmm.
It can be a girl, it can be a fetish, it can be a boy girl, or
Hmm.
just a blowjob or hand job, or there is a huge list of fetishes, and I can go on for a long time.
I'm sure you. I'm sure you can. You know, in that accent of yours, somehow it just sounds cooler when you talk about those things. Um,
Oh, yeah.
I wish I had an accent. I got a California accent, which is no accent. So, by the way, you should know this. I'm actually 100% Russian on both sides.
Really? Are you?
Yes, yes. My
Can you
grandparents
speak
on both
Russian?
sides. My grandparents on both sides are Russian, and I've never been to Russia, by the way.
How come?
I don't
You're
know.
so
It's
far
on. It's on my
from
bucket list. It's definitely
California.
on my bucket list for sure. Um,
So
but
can you speak Russian?
what's? No, I don't. Shit. I barely speak
No.
English. Yeah,
So
I took Hebrew school for years when I was
yeah.
over the years and never really picked that up. I basically ignored speaking Spanish when I took Spanish classes in high school, and God knows I don't speak Thai. So there you go. English is it, baby. English is it. My wife is my translator. It works out really well.
She's from Thailand.
Yes, yes, she's Thai. She's
Oh,
Thai. You will have a
oh,
chance to meet when you come visit us.
oh! I was there last year. I was there in Phuket for 1 month.
Oh, wow.
I rented a villa, nice one, and it was so amazing. I'm dreaming to back.
Mhm.
So now I can tell you a good news. So you can apply for Russian visas from next year online,
Mm.
and it's gonna cost cheaper than it was because it was some crazy prices. I
Mm.
heard my friends says to me, and since
Cool.
I'm not allowed to go to Russia,
I bet. Nor do I think you should.
I'm not allowed to go to Russia, but I can advise for you to go only to St. Petersburg first. St. Petersburg
I'd
first,
be interested in going to Moscow and St. Petersburg. Those are a
and
couple
then
places I'd
Moscow,
like to see. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
because St. Petersburg, you have to spend most time. It's just such an amazing place. I
Yeah.
miss it. About the Russia, I missed
Hmm.
uh, St. Petersburg and food.
Yeah, yeah. Nope. I hear they are fabulous places, and I definitely look forward to visiting.
There,
I'll have you give
there
me
is.
a I'll give you have you I'll have you give me a crash course on the language before I go. So
So,
so Kira, I'd really like to thank you for being our guest today on Adult Site Broker Talk, and I
thank
hope
you
we'll get
so
a chance to do this again really soon.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Good. Have a good day. Sunny, lovely day.
You too, dear.
Yep.
My broker tip today is part 4 of what to do to make your site more valuable for when you decide to sell it later. Trademark your website. Having a trademark instantly protects your brand and makes your site more valuable when it comes time to sell it. Trademarking your site will cost an average of about $1,500, but should be more than worth the investment when it comes time to sell it. Show buyers ways you feel the site can make more money in the future. This includes showing them future plans you may have, traffic trends, as well as sales trends. If things are growing and you can show them how to grow it even more, they're more likely to be willing to pay more for the site. Do something unique with your site. If you have competitors, figure a way to do it better. Be different in some distinguishable way that makes you better. Your members will notice and spend more money with you. Make your site a place that people want to visit, not just a place to buy things or view porn. Be creative, not just one of the many. Keep thinking outside the box and make positive changes on your site. Think like a buyer when planning or updating your site. Don't think like a tech. Think like the consumer. We'll talk about this subject more next week. And next week, we'll be talking to Alma from Vibio. And that's it for this week's Adult Site Broker Talk. I'd once again like to thank my guest, Kara Queen. Talk to you again next week on Adult Site Broker Talk. I'm Bruce Friedman.